Oh, the wrong way. Whoops. Oh well. Oh. Yep. I'm in the shop, man. I'm out here in Cali. I ain't made it out of Cali yet, man. I ain't made it out of Cali. Well, technically, I did. I went up to Reno, but the load I delivered up to Reno had a haul back from Reno back down to Fullerton. So, man, we out here, man. All right, so let's have a little story time. You know what I'm saying? Situation, so I can give you guys some backstory. So maybe if some of you a diesel mechanic, which I'm sure you're gonna, you are, because people in the comments be knowing everything. You know what I'm saying? But 1,800 for a 2 bedroom. What's wrong with your truck? I'm in the shop getting AP right now. Same. So basically, uh, VL Trucking, um, VL Trucking just recently bought in bulk a bunch of these Freightliners. These Freightliners are, they bought it from Truck Country, I believe, and all of these Freightliners came from, um, I guess, a company. I don't know if the company went out of business or they just got rid of the trucks and got upgraded or whatever. So, but they came with APUs and they came with not being able to idle, which is the dumbest thing in the world to me. Like, I don't understand a truck that can't idle, but we'll talk about that later. Um, so, ever since I've been in this truck, the first couple of days was cool. When the first night I slept in, I was in Illinois. Second night I slept in, it was in Kansas City. Third night was in Oklahoma. Fourth night was in New Mexico. That fourth night in New Mexico, I started to notice that when I woke up in the morning, um, the truck was a little hot, a little toasty, a little toasty. So I ain't paying no mind. Then my next night, I slept in Pahrump. That's when I realized, yo, this APU is not blowing as cold as I remember my APU blowing when I was at Trans Am. I have a very vivid uh, recollection of that APU because that was the only APU I've ever had, besides the butane. But I never used the butane. When I was with butane, I never used it because the truck idled, so I just idled the truck instead of using the APU. So I chopped it up at that point to, maybe it's because it's so hot. It was like 90 degrees overnight in Nevada. And then so forth and so forth. Days went by. I'm sleeping in Cali, sleeping in different parts in Cali and Nevada, and it's just not blowing cold. At night, barely. During the day, you can forget about it. I mean, it's not doing anything during the day. And where that issue came into play was that I can't idle my truck. My truck does not idle at all. I've tried everything. I put it in. I've released the tractor brake, put the cruise on, put something on the brake because doing holding the throttle does nothing. The throttle doesn't like going to until you put it in gear, which I'm not doing that part. But it shuts off. It shuts off. You may can extend it for like an extra 20 minutes, 25, but it shuts off. So I was stuck depending on the APU, which wasn't working. Just wasn't working. Um, so another thing that's been going on is at the beginning of my 10-hour shift, I leave everything charged. I have a tablet that has to stay charged. That's my logs. I have an iceless cooler, so I think I'm about to throw this shit away because this iceless cooler is not keeping things as cold as I thought it would. So I might get this joint away or just throw it away. I don't know yet. Um, and I got my cell phones and headset charged while I'm on my 10-hour break. Well, what I was noticing is when I wake up in the morning after a 10-hour break, all of the chargers off. Nothing is charging anymore, and the battery is being drained. Like I'll start, like it's normally 14.2 when the truck is running. As soon as I cut the truck off, it drops to 13.2. Okay, cool. 13.2 ain't bad. By the time I wake up in the morning after a 10-hour break, and sometimes I wake up before the 10-hour break is over, the inverter is only like 11.4, 11.3, 11.2. You know what I mean? And none of the chargers would be working. And at first I thought my chargers was broke, but as soon as I turn the truck on, everything starts charging again. So it's losing power, you know, overnight. I don't know what it is. Again, I'm not even gonna try to guess because it could be so many different things when you're dealing with the APU. It could be the APU, it could be the truck. I don't know. And so what happened is when I was in Reno night before last, when I slept in Reno at the Sparks TA, the APU cut off on me in the middle of the night. I mean, it just went out. It giving me the red triangle with the exclamation point in the middle, and it just would not come back on. I mean, I would try to turn it on. It maybe come on for maybe 3 minutes, and it cut right back off. So, that prevented me from getting a good night's sleep. Called my dispatcher. Mind you, I got loaded on Monday. So this was on Tuesday morning. Yesterday morning, I called him. I said, hey, man, look, what time does this load deliver down to Fullerton? Oh, man, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. That's when they start receiving you. I said, well, I'm not going to make that anyways. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to the freight line because I called my maintenance department. My maintenance department said I can do one of two things. They said I can go to the Thermo King and have them look at it, the APU, or I can go to the dealership or Freightliner shop and I can have them turn off the idle shutdown. So I want to turn off the idle shutdown just because I believe that a truck should be able to I believe that a truck should be able to idle at all times. Like, period. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason if you're out here. It's just sometimes it gets too hot and too cold in some of these places. You should be able to idle the truck. Period. So I was gonna go to the Freightliner. Well, I still had a load that I had to get down to Fullerton, but in my mind, he said that, they stopped receiving at 1, 2 o'clock. I said, oh, okay, cool. Well, here's what we'll do. I'll just deliver that on, we'll just push it back a day. So I would have delivered this morning. So I was like, let me just deliver it Wednesday morning. For whatever reason, that was the biggest deal in the fucking world. He called me. We got in an argument. What do you mean you'll deliver tomorrow? I'm like, dude, my truck is not comfortable to sleep in. It's just not. It's nothing, that I can do about it. But I need to get it fixed. And on top of that, and this may be selfish of me, I'll admit it. But I mean, I'm sure most people would do it in the same situation. Y'all tell me. Yesterday was the last day. Yesterday was the last day of me being on flat rate or salary at $1,600 a week. So I figured, let me get it done while I'm on salary so that I don't lose any money. But of course, you know how it goes, man. Shit rolls south. The driver always pays. And if you haven't learned that in trucking yet, let me be the one to educate you. It doesn't matter what the situation is, whatever, whether the issue is with the shipper, the receiver, the dispatcher, the general manager, the broker, whoever, it always affects the driver the most because the driver is the one that's out there on the road in the truck and having to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So Um, of course, no, that load has to get there. That load has to get there. And we went back and forth for maybe about 30 minutes. Because I was gonna go to the shop in Reno and not, and deliver the load on this morning. So we talked. I said, fine, here's what we'll do. I'll deliver this load. I'm gonna go down and deliver it. Because now all of a sudden the receiver, you know how I go, the receiver will take me later than 2 o'clock, which they end up did, so he didn't lie. If he'd lied about that, I'd have been a lot more upset. But they took me when I got there. I didn't end up getting there till like 7 p.m. Last night. But they took me. There's a load actually going to Hawaii. I guess it was a hot load going to Hawaii, which was pretty cool. I've never delivered to Hawaii technically. So, but I guess I have now because it had Hawaii on the bill of lading. So even though I didn't go to Hawaii, I guess that counts as a Hawaii delivery. So, eat that. But anyways, I told him that I had to have a hotel room. Gotta have a hotel room. Gotta have a hotel room. Well, of course, they go and they find the cheapest, nastiest, dirtiest hotel on this side of California. It was a Motel 6 in Fontana somewhere. And so, by the time I got unloaded last night from that warehouse, it was like 11:30. So I just slept in the truck. I came over here, parked right beside this Thermo King. I rolled the windows down because it wasn't that hot last night. Got a nice little breeze, and I just slept here. It won't be for a couple of hours anyway, so whatever. I've been sleeping in a hot truck for the last week damn near, so at least it wasn't that hot outside. So I just slept in the truck. Slept in the truck last night. So bear with me. Let me get some water. I can feel my voice cracking. Much better, much better, much better. So, that being said, here I am. Am I a little perturbed? I guess, yeah, that's right. Yeah, am I a little perturbed that, today is the first day of, cents per mile, and, who knows, I might be here all day messing with this APU. Yeah, a little bit, but it's the first day of the work week. Our pay period, is from, I guess you can say, Wednesday to Tuesday. It goes, you got to have it in by Tuesday at noon for it to go on, 9 days. So not that Friday, but the next Friday. So it is what it is, man. I mean, so now I'm here. The other thing was I ended up coming to the Thermo King because the Freightliners out here, apparently some of these shops have such strict guidelines because of the coronavirus, which I don't understand the coronavirus anymore, man, because my home state is damn near open. A lot of these states are open. You come here to Cali, they tell you that this thing isn't supposed to survive in hot weather, and it's hot as hell over here, but yet everybody still has a mask on. Everybody's still so scared of the coronavirus. So what these shops are doing now is, if you have to go to a shop in a state that's still kind of on lockdown, what's going to happen is, what Freightliner told my maintenance manager was, the truck has to sit for 24 hours. They have to sanitize the truck, then they have to it has to sit for 24 hours. I'm guessing in that 24 hours, if the coronavirus is on the truck, it's gonna leave the truck. I don't know, man. I don't understand none of this shit when it comes to this coronavirus. Only reason I got a mask is so that I can pick up and deliver certain loads if the customer requires a mask. But besides that, man, I'm just so over this coronavirus. Pardon my ignorance. If any of you know anybody who has the coronavirus, has died, or has been in the hospital, but I haven't experienced that. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it with my own two eyes. I'm just seeing what the media is saying. And with the media, you can only go but so much because they overhype it. You know what I mean? So I just, this coronavirus, man, let's just say I'll be very happy when it's over with, because it just, at this point, it just seems like it's super extra. It's super extra, because if anything, we're truck drivers. So if anybody would catch it and be at the worst risk, it would be us. I mean, like, I'm sure some of y'all have been nonstop during the virus. You know, I was local, so, but I was still going out to Kentucky and West Virginia and Carolina and stuff like that. I never got sick. Came into contact with many people in the truck stops, shippers, receivers, rest areas. You know, maybe I'm just blessed. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know, but I just, I'm not gonna not, say it's like all the way just a conspiracy, but I just don't think that is as serious because when you look at the numbers, it's not holding a candle to the flu or all these other diseases that are still out here. So, and then with me, like, I got way more dangerous health shit that could take me out than some virus, man. Like, you know what I mean? So, I got a kidney disease, I got high blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? I got sleep apnea. One of those three could kill me. You know what I mean? I'm not really, I'm not gonna say I'm not concerned about the coronavirus, but I'm not panicking like everybody else. So maybe that's ignorant on my part. Whatever, man. People do ignorant shit every day, and y'all still glorify them for it. So whatever. So, but with that being said, man, that's where we at, man. We at the Thermo King. This Thermo King was the only shop, I'm guessing, in like a 20 to 50 mile radius that it wasn't extreme with their sanitation. Because I'm looking at these mechanics. I don't even think they have masks on, but they're outside. So, hey, boo. They're outside, but when I walked inside, you don't have a mask, and I just did. That's all I did right here. But then again, the crazy part, like my man said, if you got on the mask and I don't have on the mask, aren't you still protected because you have the mask on? Whatever. I'm not about to make this about the coronavirus. Anyways, let me read some of these comments. Would you consider moving to Cali? No. I'm a gas hauler, never stopped working, in and out many stations, never worn a mask. Same. I never wore a mask. I keep playing. I guess whatever. I'll call bull on the virus. You better pay attention to the news. Man, the news is, I'm not paying attention to no damn news. It's all about control. Cali weather is different. Virginia, the Russians, well, yes, they do. That's the one thing. And what's crazy is, like, we didn't got in, like, it's only been a week, and me and my dispatcher has got into arguments maybe about 2 or 3 times, but I don't want to change them. Like, that was one of the first things they told us when we got here. It's like, yo, if you ever get into it with your dispatcher, you don't like them or whatever, you can change dispatchers. And I'm like, for what? He getting me the miles. I just need him to understand, this particular issue, but like I told him, I said, look, bro, this shit is all in cool while I'm on this set pay. But when I go to cents per mile, I need the same energy to get these miles that you got now. You know what I mean? I need the same energy. So as long as you do that, we cool. You know what I mean? You want to hassle me about this, that, and the third because I'm trying to go to the shop? Cool. But when I'm ready to go, I don't want to hear nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So, as long as he good on that, like, again, man, like, I think people have a misperception about what their relationship with their dispatcher or broker is supposed to be like. You ain't got to like the motherfucker. You know what I mean? You ain't going out for beers. You ain't, inviting them over to the family cookout. Ain't gonna be none of that, man. This is a business relationship. So as long as both parties, business-wise, are doing productively, give a fuck how you feel about me, as long as you ain't being blatantly disrespectful. We yell at each other, scream. Me and my wife yell and scream at each other from time to time. That doesn't mean I'm about to leave. That's just any, relationship over the course of time. Like with a dispatcher, 9 times out of 10, you're talking to this person either in person or over the phone every day or every other day. So it's just, if you got a dispatcher that you super cool with and you still getting great miles, then you're lucky. But a lot, especially with, I hate to say the term foreigners, but foreigners, man, they not really for the fuck around. You know what I mean? They about that squilla, period. They don't care about nothing else. They about that squilla. They sell their own sister for some bread. Like, for real, you know what I mean? So, I understand that. So I ain't going to be up here, oh, my dispatcher talking mean to me. I'm going to talk crazy right back to him. You know what I mean? Same energy you giving, I'm going to give it right back to you. I'm going to reciprocate it, regurgitate it, and I'm going to give it right back to you. But as long as we can shake hands as men and businessmen and move forward and get this money, I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I mean? So, just keep your head up. Stay up. Of course, I'm cool. I'm chilling. Sounds like low share from back batteries. Let's hope it's just quick. So I hope it's quick. At least today. How's that 55 an hour? 55 an hour? Oh, it was alright, you know. May have went slower, may have went faster. Who knows? Fullerton is expensive. Sorry to hear that. What up, D-Raj? What's wrong with your truck? I just kind of told you. So these old comments. So let me catch back up. You better be concerned. No insurance. Working for the 1099 outfits. I got that handled, D. Don't you worry. I done been to more doctor's appointments in the last 2 months than I have my whole life. I'm fine. I appreciate your concern though. What's good, Reggie? How was the drive on 57? 57. It was alright. I mean, yeah, the mountain. I done drove through so many mountains and hills in the last week. It was just whatever. It won't that bad. You know what I mean? Damn, it's 102 people. Hey, look, real quick. Hit that like button, man. Hit the like button, you know. Hit the dislike button. You know, y'all like to dislike my videos for whatever reason. Hit one of the two. Hit the share button. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe. If you ain't subscribed to the kid, man, look, man, I just come up here and I just talk about my life, man. That's it. Some people don't like me. You know, I'm starting to realize too. You know, I be asking myself, like, oh, is this dude coming to my truck? I think this dude coming to my truck. If he come to my truck, I'm gonna get off, but I'm gonna get back on later. We'll see. He look like he walking in my truck. Oh no, he going the other way. False alarm. Yeah, false alarm. What was I about to say? I forgot. Look, just that quick. What's happening? Do you know this guy trucks? I've been promoting your channel in his comments. Now I don't know this guy trucks. I gotta come look at it. I gotta go look at him. What up, Rodney? Come to Cox Petroleum. Man, I'm not going nowhere else. I'm not going nowhere else. Next company I work for gonna be, well, technically I work for Holland Logistics, so I'm no longer a job hopper. Number 4 on the like button. Appreciate that, D. I seen an ad for company on Craigslist last night. 70 cents per mile. Hey, if go for it. If it's VL Trucking, tell them Jamar Holland sent you. You did? Shoot. But yeah, so hey, you know what? Technically, for all the hate, that's what I was talking about, the haters. Technically, I'm not a job hopper anymore. Because technically, I work for Holland Logistics. So I can, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I gave y'all the job hopper bit because I was still Jamar Holland, getting paid as Jamar Holland from these companies. But now, companies paying Holland Logistics. So if I go from this company to, what's this company right here? Masuto, or what company is that? McLean, or whatever other 1099 job, they're going to be paying Holland Logistics. And Jamar Holland works for Holland Logistics. So y'all can kill me. Y'all can miss me with that job hopper bit. I'm the 11th like on your video. Appreciate that OT on Monday through Friday off the weekends. I'm cool. I'm cool, Fernando. But if you like that joint, I suggest you go apply for it. Hey, L Harris, hey man, you know, that's what it is, 70 cents a mile, man. That's why I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little upset because today's the first day of back on cents per mile pay, and I'm sitting in the shop. Damn. But, you know, it's the beginning of the work week. You know, I got till next Tuesday at noon to get some type of miles. So even if I don't get nothing but fucking 2,000 or 2,500 miles is $1,700 something. So, you know, I already got 500 miles that I just put in from Reno to Fullerton. So I'm cool, man. I'm chilling. Do you make money? Shit, I don't know. I was talking to my man Lloyd. Shout out to Lloyd yesterday about that. And he was telling me some situations about like the detention pay and the detention pay and the layover pay. I mean, I guess it'll be something that I'll inquire on from time to time. But we'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? Hopefully I'll be out of here. It's still early. I mean, I'm on Pacific time. So what time is it? It is 8:40. I mean, it's still early. You know what I mean? Hopefully I don't be here longer than 4 or 5 hours. I get out of here by like noon, 1 o'clock. I'll be fine with that because I can still, at least go pick up a load to be ready to start running tomorrow. So stay positive. You always make it. You know what I mean? I do, Steven. I try to, anyways. I'll always be, keeping my head up or whatever. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. What I realized with a lot of like the haters and like people who just be talking shit, regardless whether it's on a photo, video, whatever, other people's channels talking about me. Some of these people probably racist, prejudice, or just don't like, you know what I'm saying, what I represent. I thought about that the other day when I was reading the comments in Trucker Brown's live feed, and people kept bringing my name up with his. And hey JJ, when people just be talking shit just to talk shit, some people just don't like you, man. Some people take one look at you and determine that they not gonna like you. What are you gonna do, man? Don't affect my money. Don't affect my ego. Don't affect my ability to take care of my family. So who cares? But I live in VA as well, Martinville, VA. What the hell is Martinville? Is that over there on what's that, off 81 somewhere? Or I'm not familiar with Martinville. I'm not familiar with Martinville, but yeah, they got a full house, man. Let me flip this camera around. Did it flip? There you go. So they got a full house. And then every lane taken. They working all on trailers though. So I'm hoping they get to me. Oh, okay, you all 58. I'm hoping they get to me relatively soon. And I'm hoping it's just a small issue. But we will see. We will see what we see. So that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Unless y'all wanna y'all got something y'all want me to talk about. There's 93 people in here, so I'm sure everybody thought they was gonna come in here and see me crying and boo-hooing, nah, man, I'm not on that vibe no more, man. I'm looking at this shit as a fresh opportunity, a fresh start. So, when you get a new opportunity to do something, you just can't go with old habits, especially when them old habits or old movements were unsuccessful for you. Your name was mentioned with the original. Hey, look. Hey, man, y'all gonna leave my boy TB alone, man. Y'all leave my TB alone. My TB, that sounded gay as fuck. Pause on that. But I will say I may have to steal his slogan, bro, because technically I'm going through the rebirth right now. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm starting all over, and and it's so funny because I was trying to hold on to that local job, I guess, a regional job, and was trying to hold on to so many things that I probably should have never got into or been let go. And the minute I let that shit go, I come out here and now I'm about to make more money than I've made since I left Swift. That's crazy. Just like that, how fast that worked. You know what I mean? It's crazy how when you be so afraid to let go or so afraid to just call it what it is and just take the L and just, you know what I'm saying? But the minute you do, man, shit gets so much better. You know what I mean? I haven't been this stress-free in at least 2-3 years. You know what I mean? Like, just happiness. Again, that's why I'm not up here, oh, I'm in the shop, I'm not making no money. Like, it ain't none of that. You know what I mean? When you let go and you fully commit to the rebirth, you know what I mean? You don't let small shit, deter you. You don't let small shit even affect your mindset. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know where my next load going. Those Thermo King don't work that well in hot weather. You have to be right under the vent to feel air. If it's over 100, forget about it. That's what I thought. That's why I really want to go to Freightliner. I'm gonna let them look at it and do what they do. It ain't my money. That's another reason why I'm glad I didn't decide to lease. Because if I would decided to lease and sign that paperwork, this would have been on me. Woo! I'd have been mad as a bit. But anyways, yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna let them look at it. I'm gonna let them tell me whatever. Cause I mean, we'll see. But the goal is still gonna be to get the Freightliner. Like, what I might try to do is, we do 34-hour recess pretty much every weekend. So this weekend when I do a 34, I'm gonna see if I can get to a Freightliner, maybe on a Saturday or maybe that next Monday morning. And or if it's convenient, if it's a Freightliner somewhere around where I do a 10-hour break or something like that, if I get to a delivery early, I'm gonna try to find a Freightliner and try to. They said it's like a quick process to turn off this the idle joint. So, and I already got permission from maintenance to do it. So I'm a double, call and confirm. But I think that's the what'll end up being, because it's summertime, man. On the East Coast and the Midwest, it's not as bad. But when you cross 15, everything over here is just hot. Maybe not up north, like your Washingtons, your Oregons, your Reno, Nevadas. Them temperatures drop pretty good. Even in this part of California, temperature drops at night. But like when you in like Arizona, New Mexico, so I'll say on the other side of, in between like 35 and 25, like out in the desert, man, like it gets like ridiculously hot out there at like 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? So it's nothing out there. It's just sand, mountains, no clouds, and the sun. Even the moon, like the moon be hotter than the sun. You know what I mean? So it just be crazy. Like, but so maybe once I get that idle turned off, eventually that'll be the big problem solver. But hopefully what I'm getting done now will be a short term fix, or we'll see. I'm hoping to get a load going back east though. I'm really hoping to get a load back east. Because I think once I get back on the East Coast, I don't think that it's going to be that big of a deal, because it's not going to be as hot at night. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I don't know. So, and then I think I'll probably stay between the East and the Midwest. I'll probably stay there. I probably won't come back out West for at least another 2 weeks, because I probably will go home on the 17th. But I'm probably only going to go home for a 34. Like, I got my mind made up that it's really no reason for me to go home right now, because I came out here to make bread. You feel what I'm saying? I came out here to make bread. I came out here to, stack this money. So, going home for anything longer than a 34 really wouldn't make a lot of sense. I've been home for 3 years. You know what I mean? I need to go home just enough to spend time with my family, see my wife, see my son, remind them what I'm doing, what we doing, what our plans is, check on my unborn child, make sure he or she is good. We don't know the gender reveal yet. But I mean, that's pretty much what type of time I'm on, for a lease.
Oh my God, I'm about to die.
Why is they calling me?
Oh,
I call them back. At least for like the next, I say like 3 months, really into the baby get here, honestly. So like the next 6 months is just gonna be like grind time, like super grind. When the baby get here, then I'll probably take off like a week or two and just kind of like chill with the fam and slow it down maybe a little bit. But until the baby get here, it's just nonstop, go go go. Let's get it. Let's grind. Let's make it happen. That's what type of time I'm on, man. You know what I mean? Because I mean, even though you can't fix past mistakes, you can't, undo what's been done. You can try to, I don't want to say make up for it, but that's what I feel like. I want to try to make up for the money that I haven't made. You know what I mean? Like, I got an opportunity here, and I mean, I'm not trying to, again, I'm not trying to brag, I'm not trying to boast, I'm not trying to be none of that, but I gotta call it for what it is, man. I got a great opportunity for somebody who is as bad as a truck driver as they be talking about me on this here Red app and all these other apps or wherever else they talking about me. You know what I'm saying? For me to be so bad and train wreck and all that, to have the opportunity again to make the type of money that I can make and do it right this time, I gotta go hard. You know, I have to. It would be I don't even know a word to explain. Disrespectful to the higher power to not take advantage of this blessing that has been bestowed. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm just ready. Just ready. My favorite video of yours is the one where the trainee didn't want to haul pork, so he quit. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Nah, East Coast hot too, bro. Past 2-3 months. Yeah, but it ain't like this, bro. You know, I know you got the dry heat and that wet heat, but it ain't been like, it's not, bro. Like, it's like, I think I've seen 110 on my dash, and in Nevada it was like 93, 94 at like 2-3 in the morning. I ain't never seen that on the East Coast. Maybe I'm just haven't hit the parts of the East Coast that you have, but yeah, it's a little different over here, just a little bit different. Granted, again, dry heat, wet heat, that humidity makes it seem worse than what it is, so I understand that, but it's a little different. It's a little different. Oh, look at Swift. What up, Swift? Swift got the new logo. But yeah, but I'm finna get up off here, man. Finna get up off here and call the wife, call my company back that just called me, see what's going on, and yeah, man, I'm gonna keep pushing. No matter what happens, no matter what they tell me, I ain't gonna let it sway my attitude. At least I'm gonna try not to, anyways. And yeah, man, I'm gonna try to upload a video. I may upload a video tomorrow. I kind of like doing these live feeds. I kind of like, you know, just doing a live feed every other day and just kind of just rocking out like that. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I don't know what I'll do. I'm just going to do it, and then y'all watch it, and then you can tell me how you feel about it. So, whatever. As always, you know what it is, man. Stay safe, stay positive, stay productive, man. God Family Trucking. Check you out next time, man. I'm gone.